All right, thank you to DTO. They gave you anyone if you're trying to get better in poker. This is like seriously, this really has shaped my game. I've been watching some of your coaching sessions, DTO, and I think you could use someone like me that's literally in the low stakes, and like we are literally thinking now GTO wise due to your app. So we are going to try to make a jump into bigger stakes, bigger tournaments. I am just JB. I've written an article this year on sit and go tournaments like pre-flop ranges. It's on Smart Poker Study. So yeah, this sit and go article was written by Smart Poker Study contributor Jason Borowski, which is me. And yeah, I did win a free 3 months on Twitter on X. The high roller for three months, which is awesome. I'm pissed that I didn't get the super high roller because you can really do like the super high roller is the shit, dude. It really is. But I'm not complaining because you can do a lot on the high roller. What did I do to get better at my game? I really just hit instant play, and I literally just did this for hours on each day. Every day, I would say, okay, big blind. This is actually really good for the big blind. I think we can raise this. Now we just get it in. And he had 10-6. Yeah, he's going to lead out a lot of flushes, a lot of 7x, and hands like that. Can even look up, you know, the different ranges, what folds, what calls, sets, top pairs. I'm telling you, this stuff, this app will change your life, man. And if you're playing the low stakes ACR global tournaments, you're gonna learn what just. I'm not saying like you should use GTO in the low stakes, but it's really good to have the knowledge, and you can really. It just makes you just a way better player. It just big. What do I have here? To me this looks like a check fold. I know I hold the queen of clubs, but I mean, maybe you can bet range like four there. Now we're in like a spot where I guess can we take like a little chance? No, it's another check. Not, but I mean, this is what you got to do over and over. But three bet pot, 45 big blinds, hijack versus button. Hijack's gonna have a lot of like, yeah, suited suited broadways, basically a lot of ace x, and then you got a lot of those 7-6 suited connectors, pocket pairs. We have pocket tens here. Do we want to bet here? I think you do, which sets up a check because that five isn't great for us unless we had like jack 10 of spades, which I guess you know it's possible. And now here this guy most likely is betting. Since I checked, it looks weak. Maybe he's betting a queen or there's a straight even. I think you still have to call this. He has ace four, so and then you can again look up the frequencies. Um, Here we have it's a 30 big blind pot. Ace eight is just we're just folding. Perfect. Let's get five in a row, then I'll show you. What else? 60 big blind, single raise pot. Here we should bet. We don't have absolutely nothing, but this is like a board that you know should be bet. I believe 100% of the time. That ace is better for us. I'm going to try to rep it. This happens from time to time. I guess this guy has an ace. Now we fold. But we played it as well as we could. He had ace seven, so he had even a two pair. But if you understand my reasoning why I did that is just because I'm in the hijack. I have more of those. Like, that's a scare card. So like we bet, like we have ace king, ace queen. There's our ace. Oh, boom, bets again. But then he raises. It's just a scare card. And like 80% of the time when you do this, it's gonna work. So it just didn't work this time. All right, so we'll go here. 40 big blind, single raise pot, under the gun versus big blind. I don't do too much leading. I mean, we do have. He's betting big. I kind of just want to fold this because he's betting big. Yeah, it's the correct move. We had pocket nines. I mean, and if you look at it, like, yeah, we have backdoor. not like a flush potential, but it's not the nut flush number one. So I'm not going to chase after the king high flush, which so it's not really worth it. Here, three bet pot, we have a lot of equity here. I think we just start betting, and he's raising us like repping. Okay, what is he repping? Queen 10, Queen 10 of diamonds, set of nine, set of jacks. I don't know if we call or jam. It's such a shitty card. It's not a diamond. I think we have to go with it. Like, we're not folding strip queens. What did he have? Queen 10. I called it. I called it, man. Queen 10. Yeah, it's the only hand that kind of makes sense that's going to do that. And this reading hands just comes with practice. Like doing what I'm doing right here, it just comes with practice. Um, I want to show you the Explorer because I think that's a really, really, really like where you can start to really learn some shit. But I think just going over this at first is just really good. 60 big blinds, pretty coordinated flop. It's you know monotone. We got the 8 and the 10, but we do have a jack that kind of blocks that. I would bet here because we have nothing. This is like the bottom of our range of opening hand, so might as well try. And since we're getting raised, it's most likely it could be anything. Ace of diamonds, king X. It doesn't matter. We don't have enough equity to continue, but we did try. What? All right, we're wrong. We do bet. I guess now we're getting into the real weeds. This is like I said, I play low stakes, so you guys we shouldn't have to worry about this. But all right, we have blockers. Like I said, we have the jack that blocks jack 10 suited and jack 8. We block a lot of stuff. We have a 7 that blocks some straights. So that's why I think they're making us continue here. But now they just put me in a really. I mean, what do we have? A gut shot? Are we supposed to bet here? I mean, I guess. I guess so. I guess we could go over the virtual coach and figure out why. It's probably, this is how I learn. This is how I learn. And I'm not the greatest player, but I hold my own. I can hold my own. Come on, eval. Tell me why. Is it because of the blockers and stuff? Because it has to be, right? We have Jack blocker, man. Jack 10 and 7. Utilizing blockers for affecting bluffing. Holding the jack of diamonds reduces the number of strong hands and draws the opponent can have. This blocker effect makes betting a large amount an effective bluffing strategy. Balancing range with mixed strategy. By mixing between checking and betting, we maintain a balanced range that's difficult for the opponent to exploit. This unpredictability enhances our overall game strategy. So I was right. The damn blockers. That's why. That's why. All right, let's do a couple more. Get them right. I guess we're supposed. We have an ace high. We have ace high here, and the small blind was the three better. So I guess we just check back, right? You know, and we're gonna check back again. And honestly, yeah, it didn't work. He had king 6, but I knew checking. Like, some people would just continue to check here, and it's just like you can't. It's just wrong. You know what I mean? It's check, 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 check. We both capped our range to like we hate this board. We don't want to be in this board anymore. And you don't want to do that. You sometimes like when it goes check, check. You kind of want to probe and throw out a stab. Um, Here again, pretty looking hand, but we have like no heart. It's a paired board. I think we just release it, but you can at some frequency raise it, which is, I mean, I guess good. You don't block the clubs, so they can continue with their clubs. So if we did raise, the 8 would come. Are we trying to rep the flush here? You know what I mean? I guess it's either check, and if they jam, we call because we have the king block. Like, you know what I mean? King blocker. All right. He had ace seven of diamonds. So you can do it that way as well. This all comes in practice, just like anything in life here. I know we have a gut shot and an overcard here. So this could be like, well, he's been betting big. I wonder if you could check raise this at some frequency. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And you ask, I just, why would I do that? Just because this is not a great hand. We have no hearts. But we, like I said, we have a gut shot, right? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 6 gives us a really, really good hand, right? And we have the ace as backup. Like, this is backup. I don't want to just check call because like I'm just basically giving away 3, and it's so hard to hit that 6. You know what I mean? It's really, really hard. And low jack, his range, especially 25 big blinds, single raise pot, I don't really see any of these cards in his range. He's opening like ace king, ace queen, maybe jack 10 Broadway, and suited stuff and good, decent hands. He's not opening shit. So you can raise here and get away with it. And that's why. I wonder what else you can raise just for shits and giggles. So ace 8, ace 9, so 9x, top pair, a lot of 9x, 9 8. Then you get just some spaz out, ace 10, two overcard, bluffy stuff. And I'm assuming a lot of these ace 4, ace 3, ace 6, I can look, are probably. It won't let me go down. I can't see because of my toolbar, but I'm assuming it's probably going to be like the spade version. But it's interesting just to go out and check this shit out. And yeah, it's wild, man. You just become like, I don't get nervous anymore when I play, and even if we make a mistake, we know it's like it's okay. I would bet he raises. I would call his raise. Well, that sucks, mate. Like we block. We have some blockers to like. I think this is just a fold now. It is. He had king 10. Better hand than me at a king. So, what can we do? Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can bet, right? I told you though, most of the time, out of position, just check it, even if you have a decent hand. Now, I would say, I think you're supposed to size up. Well, I guess not. I guess in 20 big blinds, you're not gonna use check check. It is a weak, I ace, but I still think. Well, he's betting now. Do we raise? Are we gonna raise here? I think we just call. And that's actually a horrible card. I don't think we jam. Jack 9. Jack 9. So just spazzing out, and we played it perfect. And we'll do one more, and we'll end it there. But hopefully DTO will figure out something, because like I'm telling you, we can. This looks like a check raise to me already. Oh, but we are in the big blind, and we did 3-bet. A lot of times, I think you can use a big sizing here or small, right? You could do either or, but I think if you go big, I think then you're just jamming here. And that's the way they want you to do it. So I guess whatever. Limp pot right here. Limps. Blind versus blind, got to very watch out because ranges are so wide. Like, look at all these hands. You know what I mean? And then look at all my hands. So it's just, you got to just don't go crazy unless you have the nuts. Like, I'm going to check here. We're going to check call. I don't think we should check raise. We have a 2 pair, but that puts a 1-liner to an 8 out there. That jack is even worse. Maybe we just do this like a block bet. All right, guys, that's what you do. If you want to play like me or whatever, subscribe. I'm telling you, man, I wasn't playing like this 4 months ago. Like, I really wasn't. This DTO, I was depressed for a little bit, so I had time, and that's what I did every day. I just got up, studied, got up, studied. So it's doable. So subscribe, like, see you on the next one, boys.